The cell phone industry is trying to stop giving warnings about radiation limits. Lawyers representing the industry went to San Francisco's federal appeals court today. They asked for an injunction against the cell phone ordinance in Berkeley. NBC Bay Area's Mark Matthews is at the court in San Francisco where cameras were allowed in. And Mark, this could be a landmark hearing.
It could. You know, the Cellular Association came here today to try and convince a three-judge panel to overturn a lower court decision that actually okayed Berkeley's cellular ordinance. This is an ordinance that requires cell phone retailers to warn customers about the possibility of exceeding federal regulation guidelines. In March, Berkeley became the first city in the country to make cell phone retailers warn customers about radiation from holding cell phones too close to their body. There is actually an RF exposure notice embedded in cell phones, though people we talked with had never seen it.
I mean, I haven't seen that notification, no.
Have you ever seen that on your phone?
No.
It's not something I check in my phone right off the bat.
So in May of last year, the city of Berkeley voted to require cell phone stores to post notices. Today, lawyers representing the cell phone industry were here in the Court of Appeals, arguing that those warnings are an undue burden.
That is squarely contrary to science, facts, and the FCC's carefully considered findings.
Former Solicitor General Theodore Olson told the court that the Federal Communications Commission's radiation standards were 50 times more than needed.
50 times below any possible thermal effects on laboratory animals.
Well, but thermal effects are not the only possible effects.
Judge William Fletcher noted the science is not yet settled. And Harvard law professor Lawrence Lessig said the Berkeley ordinance isn't about arguing over science, it's about telling people of the government's standards.
Have they ever said putting a cell phone in your pocket is unsafe?
No, but they have repeatedly said, here are the standards you have to live under in order to get a cell phone approved so that we can certify it as safe.
After the hearing, Lessig told me that Berkeley just wants cell phone users to know how they may be getting overexposed to cell phone radiation. The industry says the warning's a scare tactic. We expect a ruling out of the Ninth Circuit sometime in the next couple of months, but both sides appear ready to take this all the way to the Supreme Court. Reporting from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco, Mark Matthews, NBC Bay Area News.